Patrick Druin. I'm the Director of Food Resources and Nutrition for Community Action Development Commission of Montgomery County, CADCOM for short. Hunger has many faces, of course, but I think one thing you have to consider is that it is just part of poverty, and poverty is a matter of no money. So all of these can lead to a situation where people can't provide for themselves, and hunger is one of the first things, food they can cut back on incrementally, whereas they can't do that with, their rent or with their utilities, and so they're more likely to go hungry before they, for instance, end up on the streets or, can't pay their utility bills, things like that. SNAP is the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, used to be called food stamps. We actually lobbied to have the name changed, Anti-Hunger Advocates. It wasn't something that the government just decided to do. And the reason for that is that a lot of people felt that food stamps, because they were getting them through the county assistance office together with other assistance programs, tended to see it as welfare. And that gave it a negative connotation for a lot of people who really needed it, but felt that if they were using food stamps, that they were somehow looked down upon. If you feel hungry, you want something that's going to satiate your hunger, and that won't necessarily be nutritionally good for you. But if you're buying something that's high fat, high carbohydrate, whether it's French fries or chips or rice or anything like that, these are staples that are basically cheaper, and in a lot of cases they're subsidized at the farm level. Wheat is subsidized, rice is subsidized, corn is subsidized. A lot of these things that go into making the cheaper snacks keep the price low on that. Whereas things that are, vegetables, produce, they're not subsidized sometimes at all, but at a very low level if they are. So you get this price discrepancy between the cheap stuff and the more expensive things. But ultimately, I think the biggest reason is just that calorie density, that they want to feel full, they want to feel satiated, and they won't have the same sense. You don't get hungry during the day and go, I don't have enough protein right now, or I don't have enough magnesium or something like that. You just feel empty and you want to fill up, and you do it as cheaply as possible. For the county, in terms of SNAP, there's about $66 million that comes into the county. So it's a factor of 66 kind of thing. That's the most important program, and it's continually under attack. It is a large program, it's a very expensive program, and so it's an easy target. And kind of in the same way that when you're feeling poor, you might start shaving your diet and shaving some money off the food you eat. Congress does the same thing with the SNAP program, because they can shave, and they figure people will adjust,